These are frightening times, especially for children who have cancer. Please donate to Click Sargent now and help brave children through the scariest days of their lives.
The day that his hair started falling out was a really hard day because the minute that it starts coming out, you can see your child has cancer.
Cancer wants to destroy young lives, but Click Sargent is supporting the NHS on the front line to get children with cancer through this crisis. Donate now to stop cancer tearing families apart.
I had this image that cancer always got cured, people always got better. So to be confronted with the fact that not only that isn't really what happens, and I was one of those people that it was happening to, that was a shock for me. My name's Kat, I'm 24, I'm from London, and I was diagnosed with a soft tissue sarcoma when I was 22. The first time I had symptoms was in the last year of my degree in 2016, around January time, and my symptoms were quite dramatic. I was like fainting on public transport, I was coughing up blood. So all in all, it took 18 months for me to finally get a diagnosis, at which point I was told there was very little that could be done because my cancer had spread. It was really hard to relate to my friends. They were still going to work, going to the gym, getting promotions at work, going out with their boyfriend, going on dates, going on holidays, doing all these things. And at the time, they'd say, oh, what did you do this week? And I would just be like, oh, well, I'm in hospital. That's all I've done. Maybe I've watched a movie that I didn't fall asleep halfway through. And I felt that it was something that nobody would ever be able to look past. And I didn't even blame people for the fact. I just felt like it's a foregone conclusion. I'm now not someone who can be seen as a romantic option. I just didn't think that was something that would happen for me now. So I was diagnosed in August 2017, which is when I met my social worker, Charlotte, and she was amazing, and we've had a really sort of a crazy relationship in a good way, because when we met, I was so poorly. She was actually helping me plan my funeral, and she's seen me, you know, get better in some respects. Obviously, I'm still on treatment, but she's seen me go from being in a wheelchair to walking again. She saw me do so many things with Click Sargent. She's seen me publish a book. And all along, it's like, I've got this friend here who always understands. I can go and say, oh, well, this is happening now, and what should I do? And she can give me advice, and she can sympathise with things. And it's kind of like having a big sister, but also one who really understands the ins and outs of things that are really complicated, like cancer treatment and benefits and like university applications. Without Click Sargent, I wouldn't have made all the friends I've made. I wouldn't have met my boyfriend. I wouldn't have learned that I'm a strong person who can get involved with things. I wouldn't have found out my interest in charity. And without my Click Sargent social worker, I really actually don't know what I would have done, because Charlotte was organising everything. Like talking to the DWP when they were being difficult, talking to the hospital, helping me advocate for myself. I really can't imagine myself sitting here now without her, actually.
I was terrified that I was going to lose my son. You have these ideas where you just want to rip the cancer out of him, and it's just gone. And you just can't do anything. And Hi, my name's Rhoda, and this is my son, Sufyan. Sufyan was diagnosed with synovial sarcoma, which is a rare form of cancer. in 2017 when he was 9. Sufyan told me one day on the way to school that he had a lump on his inner thigh, and we went from there, went to the doctor. By the end of the day, we knew that he had a tumour. So yeah, it was a very intense day. A long 3 months of chemo, and then finally we had to have the amputation because the chemo wasn't working for him.
Chemo, it wasn't working for me, and it made me like feel a lot sick, and like I had to stay away from people like a little bit. I lost like my hair and like the symptoms. Always felt a bit sick, and they said I could never walk again, and it was dangerous, and the cancer was obviously dangerous because I think I had a 70% chance of dying.
I think the initial fear was, will he be able to kick a ball again? I can remember sitting in a room with the surgeon and Sufyan, and the surgeon asking Sufyan what his worries were if he had an amputation. And the only question he asked him was, will I be able to kick a ball again? I think the worst thing is seeing your child suffering and feeling helpless and not being able to help them. And you know, you're putting their lives into someone else's hands. And that's horrible. It's really, really scary. And it changed our lives. It completely changed our lives. You know, 1 minute we're happy and he's spending 4 hours a day playing football, and then bam, he's in a hospital and he's going to lose his leg, and it all happened so quickly. I think if we didn't have Click Sargent, I think I would have been completely lost. The social worker from Click Sargent, Barbara, I love you. She was amazing, helped with absolutely everything. I can't express it. They helped me through every journey, like every stage of the journey, because you get thrown into the unknown and you don't know what to do, you literally don't know what to do. And for me, a lot of it was just being able to talk to someone. I was able to cry when I needed to. I was able to have a break when I needed to. And she was just there, just so supportive and helpful with everything that I needed to know. If I was struggling with something, I'd just give her a call and she'd magically come up with the answers. And that's exactly what I needed. I needed someone that I could rely on, that knew exactly what they were doing and was just there for me and for Sufyan, and that's exactly what they provided. So I think without, I would have been completely lost.
I've got a few words I want to say. Yeah. Click Sargent! Click Sargent!
Hi, I'm Harriet Wainwright, a young person social worker based at Weston Park Hospital. Thank you, Ladies' Voices, for supporting Young Lives Against Cancer. The money will go a long way in providing hardship grants for young people who I work with, who've started their first jobs, who've just moved out of home, and then have had to put pause on their lives whilst they start their treatment. This has helped them maintain their independence, but still manage to have their treatment. So thank you very much.
So picture this, I'm 18 years old, and 3 weeks before I'm meant to start my university degree, I find out I have a brain tumour. I go through the hardships of surgery, radiotherapy, and get the all clear, go in for my second year, and it shows up again. It's hard seeing your friends graduate without you. It affected every aspect of my life. I had to learn how to walk, swallow, and talk again. But I did it. I got my degree. Cancer does not define me. I'm strong. I'm stronger with the help of those who support me. But but there are more young people like me out there. I ain't the only one, and they need you to fight for them to stop cancer destroying their lives.
Hi everyone! We know this is a really difficult time for you all. That's why
we're so grateful for your support and everything you're doing for children.
And young people facing cancer.
They need us now more than ever.
And it's thanks to supporters like you
that we can keep doing what we do.
Stay safe and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Connie Spencer and I'm an 18-year-old in my final year of A-levels. I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a form of blood cancer, in January 2020. My diagnosis changed my life. I faced so many physical and emotional challenges as a result of it and wouldn't have coped without all of the support that was given to me. Clicks-Argent is a leading cancer charity that helps both children and teenagers who are dealing with the disease. My Clicks-Argent support worker was like a best friend to me. She was there when I felt alone and she encouraged me to fight through all of the pain. Clicks-Argent was always available for support and advice and they supported me throughout my treatment. Clicks-Argent also offers the Homes Away from Home service. These are homes that are closer to hospital so that when we're sick and need care, we don't have to travel long distances. They're a lifesaver for so many people and it's clear to see how just having a closer place to stay can have such a positive impact on such an awful time. I'm happy to say that since 2020 I've had the all clear and I now work closely with Clicks-Argent and get to see all of the great things they do closer up. I'm now collaborating with them to help their service improve. Please do attend the concert, make a donation and support this great charity in their mission to help more young people. Thank you.